What's up, my friends? Hey, it's BG, and look, we got in the mail. It's a pizza box. That means we got something from VCG Resin, so let's take a look at what they got. Popping it open, and ooh, stickers. We like the stickers. So that's, I like this. You know what? I should put that in the window of the car, in the Subaru. Start stickering that thing up. Have a Subaru of fame. So there we go. And this is a nice one, too. This one's going to go on the bench. But this is cool too. Check it out. We got design from the collection of Scale Speed Garage. I probably said that all wrong, but this is Chris Bell's design lab there. He is an amazing designer. Really good guy too. We enjoy talking to him. So we've got a nice looking turbo hydromatic transmission. And we were talking to Josh a little while ago, and he happened to mention that all of his engine kits come with a transmission. Or if you want to order a transmission on itself, that's going to be about $350. They're all about the same price point there, so it's about $350 for just transmission. So let's see here. This is the W Block 409 Weekend Wrencher engine kit. Oh, I love that name, Weekend Wrencher. That's so that's perfect because we're a weekend builder. We also got here some Nerf bars, and these are for the current Ford Bronco kit that's out right now, or just about any short wheelbase off-roader. So I'm working on a Jimmy kit, and maybe these will get onto that Jimmy kit. We'll have to see, but we'll show you those in a second also. And then a couple of little bags of accessories, which all come with the engine itself. I know that Josh didn't want to put everything into just one bag because that can be a little overwhelming. So there we go. Now, we're going to open up the bags because that's tedious and fiddly, and then we'll put everything into this guy because I know from personal experience, it's a lot easier to do this than spend 25 minutes on the floor with a flashlight. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so we've opened up bag number one. I just call it bag number one. It's not really actually called bag number one, but I'm calling it that. And unfortunately, because the white background on here is causing my camera to flip out, we got the beautiful looking fan belt and harmonic balancer there. I like how that's printed with the holes open in the background. That looks really good. This little dude here, I happen to know from personal experience, is actually a motor mount, and got two of them. Got two of them in this kit here, so that's really awesome. This guy here, something that looks like you might have to wear if you have braces on picture day for school, but this is actually an alternator mounting bracket. So thank you, Josh, for actually adding that in there. That makes my life so much better. I wish I could just order a bunch of those. This, oh my gosh, this little grain of rice right here is actually the thermostat housing for the exit line for the water hose. Can't get any better, any closer than that. Let's see if we can zoom in just a touch more. Oh my, there, check out my love line. There we go. That is stunning. Nicely detailed little piece. That is pretty sweet there. This little guy here, this is actually our fuel pump. Looks pretty authentic. Look, it's even got a molded open hole so that you can run a fuel line if you want to. How awesome is that? I'm going to say that a lot in this video probably. Timing chain cover. Okay, pretty sweet. I like to do this. There we go. And water pump. Here we go. One water pump upside down. That's the backside. There we go. And then let's see here. Oh, the starter motor. Yes, this is something that gets kind of overlooked a little bit in the world of model car building. The starter motor, because look at this. If I can just get this guy to cooperate and roll over. There we go. Look at that. It's got the power line on there. Power line. The big chunky cable that goes down to from the solenoid down to the starter motor. That is sweet. Nice, nice, nice. Here's our alternator. Something that we really like about this alternator is that the holes are actually open in the back there, so you can actually put some wires on there too if you want to. I have yet to do that. That's something that I do want to do in the future. I want to try running some power lines off of those guys. This little dude right here is another one of our motor mounts. We'll just skip that because we've already seen one of those. Here is our oil filter. And I tell you what, these guys, they're rollers. They'll take off on you. I know. I spent 25 minutes on the floor looking for that guy. And then our coil. So the coil actually has a really good looking bracket molded to it. I keep saying molded, I'm sorry, printed to it. But then also the coil is open so that you can run spark plug wire off of that. And this is something that I absolutely love about the way Josh does stuff for VCG Resins is he likes to do multiple distributors. So one engine kit will give you multiple distributors. So you got this guy here. If you're not ready to tackle engine wiring, there you go. Just paint it up. A little bit of detail paint. That guy is good to go. So that's really sweet. Or maybe you are getting into engine wiring and you want to get into but you're not really to start putting stuff into individual little holes. Well, there we go. You can cluster everything together, put a drop of super glue in there, drop it in, tickety-boo, Bob's your uncle. This is how I attacked my last build. It made life so much easier. I'm a fan of that style. Or maybe you are that guy that's got the dexterity, the cheater glasses, and the patience to fiddle a wire into each individual hole. I tell you what, I did try this out with ProTech wiring. It fits perfectly. Also, let me see if I can get this guy to rotate. I don't know why it is, but sometimes parts act like cats. There we go. Look at that. The Vacuum Advance has a hole in it also if you want to do a wire or a hose off of that. So that is pretty sweet. Now, we're going to get into the carburetor bag, so we'll be back in just a second. So here we go with the carburetors. Now, right off the bat, we've got 2 of these nice little style air cleaners. So these would be great for street or strip, probably. Nice looking ridges in there, so you can paint that up. I like to do mine with a little bit of a red tint to it, so it looks more like a K&N filter. And then maybe a little bit of Revell chrome paint on there. Yeah, that's going to look great. So there's a couple of those little guys, 2 of those. And then we have 2 sets of carbs. So let's go ahead and grab 1 of each. There's the other one there. There we go. So now they do look similar, but also different at the same time. And I sadly am not an efficient on carburetors. So if somebody out there knows what we're looking at, please let me know. I am curious to know what we got going on here, but I can appreciate what we're looking at because I've got a nice eye for detail. So I'm trying not to stab my hand, but look at that. Look at that linkaging on the side there. That is phenomenal stuff, man. That is phenomenal. Yeah. So let's go around to the other side. Other side, there we go. I imagine because there's oh yeah, see here, there's actually a fuel inlet hole right there. God, that's beautiful. I imagine that one set of these would be Edelbrock carbs because there's something else in the kit that has Edelbrock on it that gave us the clue. But here's the other one. This one looks like it might be more for a street application because it does have a Vacuum Advance on there, or a is that a Vacuum Advance? No, it's not a Vacuum Advance. That's a choke. Excuse me, that's a choke. And look at this. The Venturis are open. There we go. Trying to maneuver this around. Look at that. It's got the choke on the side there. The vacuum port. And over on this side, oh, please rotate. Enough of this playing around. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That little hole right there, you can run a carburetor return spring or possibly some more linkage to the other carburetor. That is just outstanding, man. Outstanding stuff. Okay, let's get on to the engine block itself and show you what we got there. Alrighty then, so our engine block, let's just start with the elephant in the room here. There we go. So that's where our motor mounts are going to link up right there. And then here's where our fuel pump is going to mount. And that's really cool because let's say you have you want to use an electric fuel pump. So you need to keep this blanked off. Well, it already has the blank molded on there. So you can just leave it as it is. That's pretty slick. And then let's see, up here in the front, good looking space for the water pump to attach to. That's nice. Over here on the driver's side, beautiful looking area for the oil filter to attach to. That looks really good. But up on top, this is something that caught my eye. There's actually a hole right there for the distributor to go into. So if you wanted to use one of the kit distributors or a pre-wired aftermarket distributor, you don't have to worry about drilling a hole through this block and possibly cracking it if you use a drill bit that's too large. So that's something that I mean, this is obviously stuff that is designed by people who build models. That's awesome. Our exhaust. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. The collector on the back here. Sorry about this blurry. The collector on the back there. It's nicely sleeved. Oh boy, that's nice. Look at these. These snakes are going all over the place. They're getting out of the bag, these snakes. Look at this. A little bit of cleanup on here, but no problem. That's awesome. So let's say you have a little bit of clearance issues. You have some clearance problems, Clarence. Well, looky here. You get some shorty headers in there. This comes with the kit. This isn't a special order or anything. This is what the kit comes with. So you get some block huggers. Really cool. Nicely looking. Here's our oil pan. Look at all those bolts. And then down here, our nice drain plug. Cool. I got to do a little bit of cleanup on this guy here, but you know, it is what it is. A little bit of sanding on that surface there for mounting. That's good. And then our cylinder head. Now, you guys notice anything here? There are some really great looking lugs for being able to, the ports, in order to mount the headers to it. But also the spark plug holes are open. So no drilling there. That is awesome. So I am getting more and more into wiring up engines, so that I'm grateful for that. And then here we have the double quad intake. Now, I'm saying double quad. There's probably a different name for that. I apologize. But look here. There's the little ring for the distributor. And then up in the front here we have the tiny little mounting surface for the thermostat cover. And then, of course, the oil filler tube, which is already printed on there. So that's pretty sweet. And then this is what I was talking about a second ago with the Edelbrock thing. Here we have Edelbrock valve cover. Or you can go with the Chevy valve cover. I remember my dad telling me, if you see valve covers with these weird scallops in it, that means it's a 409. I always thought that was kind of cool. It's one of the very first engines I was able to pick out as a kid was a 409 because of that. But that Edelbrock on there is beautiful. Beautiful. So that is awesome. So that's all $22 worth right there. So you're getting all of those great options for the valve covers, carburetor, transmission. Let's take a look at that transmission here, guys. I want to show you what we get in the transmission. So like I said before, this comes with the engine kit. So that is guaranteed to match up. 3 hours later. Yes, I know. Zooming back. There we go. Camera doesn't want to cooperate today. Beautiful looking turbo hydromatic engine transmission. I'll get my terminology all over the place. Apologize. Good looking snout on that too. And then we have three types of oil pans. Now, this one I really like because it's got the fins on there. That just looks really racy. I like that. So that is cool. Set that aside. And then we have probably our factory stock style. Okay, so that looks good. And then this one would be our Chicago. That's right, it's our deep dish style. Probably a little more street or strip. So there you go. 22 bucks gets us everything that's in this tray. Okay, so I think that's a good deal right there. Now we also went and got the Nerf bars for the current Ford Bronco kit that's out right now. We'll show you those right now. So as we were saying, that these guys can actually fit on just about any short wheelbase off-roader. And I got one of the brackets stuck in it. There we go. But you see how the backside of the tube there has this nice slot through there, and then there's also a little key in the center of the bracket, so you can adjust the length if you need to. So you can put this on a Jeep, a Bronco. I'm thinking it might go on the Jimmy kit that I'm kind of toying around with. That might be a good application for this here. But look, we're going to zoom in real close if the camera would cooperate. Apologize. There we go. There, look, there's little knobbies on there. It's a nice tread plate on there. Good place to clean off your boots after doing some wheeling, right? Go back out to standard. There you go. And yes, good looking bracket. It's going to have good solid mounting surface, a little bit of super glue. Tickety boo, Bob's your uncle. I might even do a slight, can I do that? Is it wide enough? Yeah, it's actually wide enough. Drill a tiny little hole and then put a pin in there so you can pin it to the frame so you don't have to worry about those things sliding or falling off. So there's an idea there. But that is beautiful. And again, these guys, $7. $7 for a nice little detail like that. So there we go. Okay, we want to say thanks to Josh and Chris over at VCG Resins for some really cool looking stuff. These guys are really helping us make some beautiful looking models. And again, small businesses, that's kind of what this hobby is all about, supporting small businesses. So y'all take it easy. Have a good 4th of July. Hopefully y'all be safe out there. Come back with all your fingers, toes, and noses. And we're going to see you next on our next video. Bye now.